rediscover loss of animal grazing routes to stop farmers and elders' violent clash. President Muhammadu Buhari reports. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed his ministers of agriculture to work with the states to rediscover lost animal grazing routes and reserves as part of measures to curb the frequent outbreak of violence between the farmers and elders. The president said that Nigerian farmers stand to reap the benefits of his government's reforms as he continues to accord the highest priority to agriculture, describing it as the country's largest employer of labor and engine of growth. Speaking yesterday at a meeting in Katsina State Elders Forum at the Presidential Villa, the president rolled out his administration's plan for farmers, saying that he will continue to take steps to enhance output and productivity by ensuring the availability of cheap agricultural credits, farm inputs, fertilizer, and introduction of latest technologies. President Muhammadu Buhari said that the choice of practicing farmers as ministers in charge of agriculture, the first Chief Audu Ogbe and now Alhaji Sabo, was a reflection of his strong wish to protect the interest of farmers and the attainment of the national food self-sufficiency. He agreed to look into the request of the Katsina elders for the expansion of existing irrigation schemes at Gobe, Zobe, and Samgi to enhance employment and profitability in agriculture. According to him, a situation in which 60% of the state is productive in rain-fed for 3 years or 3 months and idle for the rest of the years was unacceptable. He also pressured the necessity of educating school-age children, saying that once the opportunity of early education is lost, it often turns out very difficult for them to make up. This is the best preparation we can give to them. We destroy their lives and denying children education. A statement by presidential spokesman Malam Garba Shehu quoted the president as saying, President Muhammadu Buhari also broached the issue of armed banditry and kidnapping that had bedeviled Katsina and others. Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news. I think Buhari should stop all this talk, all this idea of grazing routes and no grazing routes. Let him take his cows and his people to his region and establish ranches there for them. Let him establish ranches there for their diseased animals. That is the only way forward. And that's the only advice I can give President Muhammadu Buhari. I just pity those Nigerians that still eat these cow meats. I pity them a lot. So they can't do without these cow meats. I pity them so much, knowing not that the sickness in those animals are worse. They are even worse than HIV. You have turned the country to rubbish. And if you still believe that you have the army and the weapon to capture the entire Nigeria for yourself or for Fulani idiots, you are only digging their graves. That is it. You are digging their graves because when the time comes, we shall know how far and know the end of these people. This country is a corrupt and a barbaric country. Corrupt, incompetent, tribalistic, jihadist tools. This is so annoying that despite everything that is happening among Nigerian citizens and Boko Haram, still the government are not even making any move to tackle this issue, which is very wrong, and it is a wicked act. Imagine, he's called himself president of Nigeria. A lot of people say he's not the president of Nigeria, but he's the president of elders. So every time your very most concern is elders. He doesn't even talk about Nigerians being killed. How will the people that killed Nigerians be persecuted? How will Boko Haram and herdsmen be killed because they killed or they molest or they destroy Nigerian crops or products? All he talks about is taking care of the elders, and the cows. This is not fair. This is not fair at all. If every past president are so sectional like President Buhari, there won't be Nigeria by now. They won't have made this kind we won't have made Nigeria the way it is before when Jonathan led the presidential seat. It won't have been. It would have been very worse than this. If President Buhari was the one on the seat before he came in 2015, then we don't know how the country is going to look like now. Imagine. Cattle rearing is an individual business and should be funded and cared for by the owners. They are the owners of their personal gain. So it should not be made a government issue by government directives. No tribe or person goes to any territory and makes his personal business and gain without the approval of the people or the persons in charge of this place. So therefore, let this government stop promoting crisis. Let them stop promoting crisis in this country through leadership. That is the only way we can get peace. That's the only way peace will radiate in this country. That's when Nigerians will have peace of mind, rest of mind. Now Nigerians are afraid. Whenever they go to, they're always afraid that Boko Haram will definitely capture them. Boko Haram will definitely invade, kidnap them, or herdsmen eating their crops. This is not fair. So everything should be put a stop to. So there will be peace. Peace can continue in this country. So viewers, we have heard it all from President Buhari concerning the grazing animals that should be rediscovered to stop the violence, to stop the crisis among elders and farmers. So your comment concerning this news is very much important. Please drop them below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to receive updates whenever I publish any new videos. Thank you.